Cheryl Swoops is she can't help it.
Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark. Not some basketball rivalry hate either. Hate.
Cheryl Swoops is so jealous of Caitlin Clark, and she will advocate violence on Caitlin Clark.
Angel Reese is fuming after Caitlin Clark laid her out with a hard foul and then walked off without a glance.
Didn't have a problem with the foul. I thought it was a hard foul. I thought the refs got it right, and then you keep on playing.
Cheryl Swoops slammed Clark, saying she should have stayed and faced Angel.
Not the initial part, but Caitlin later on pushed her. It was.
I'm talking about
But instead of backup, Reese got mocked, while Clark walked away looking cool, calm, and completely untouchable.
If you're going to foul somebody, I was always taught you don't give up an easy basket, period. And that's what I thought Caitlin did. My thing with that was, stand in it.
Stand on business.
Yeah, right? Don't walk away.
May 17th was an emotional meltdown with sneakers. Indiana Fever obliterated the Chicago Sky 93-58. But of course, that wasn't enough humiliation for Angel Reese. No, she had to sprinkle some WWE flair into it too. Caitlin Clark turns, walks away, and leaves Angel yelling at the air like someone who just got ghosted mid-argument. Legendary. But the one who lost her mind the hardest? Cheryl Swoops.
I don't have an issue with the foul. I thought it was a hard foul. Yep, I thought the refs got it right. And to Angel's point, move on.
I mean, seriously, Cheryl, you've got a Hall of Fame legacy and you're choosing this hill to die on. Instead of analyzing the play or talking about how the Sky might want to actually learn how to defend a perimeter shot, Cheryl jumps on her podcast to whine about Caitlin's body language. Body language. Not the foul, not the strategy, just vibes.
And she got a problem with the fact that Aaliyah Boston grabbed Angel Reese. Well, Caitlin Clark's walking away. Why the hell are you going to grab her?
According to her, Caitlin should have stood in the flames and taken whatever tantrum Angel had planned, because apparently, walking away from nonsense is now a crime. Cheryl, do you want her to play basketball or join Angel in a street fight? And the second this mess hit the court, it was everywhere. Social media exploded. Every sports podcast from YouTube to ESPN ran with it. People were suddenly sports analysts overnight. Even political commentators jumped in like this was a UN incident. And you know why? Because the drama wasn't just on the scoreboard. It was leaking from every pixel of Angel Reese's pride. Like, girl, maybe focus on not losing by 35 before you try to act like you run the league.
As Angel Reese being the embodiment of the matriarchal, feminist black woman.
Now let's talk about Cheryl again, because this isn't her first Caitlin Clark meltdown. Nope. At this point, it's starting to feel like she's got a whole Pinterest board dedicated to Caitlin slander. Every time Caitlin breathes, Cheryl finds something to be offended by, and now she's going full super villain by trying to remove the All-Star game from Indiana.
The other part of that is, where were Angel's teammates?
Hey, can we see that again? Can we watch that one more time, please?
Caitlin was walking off, so there was no need for nobody to grab her.
But don't grab my teammate.
I dig that. I hear you in that regard, but there was no need for her to grab Caitlin. Caitlin was walking off.
But Aaliyah actually kind of
And Cardozo
shoved Angel a little bit.
Pull Angel away.
I got no issue with none of it. It's just basketball soft as hell right now. On both sides of it. There ain't no damn flagrant foul, man.
That's not a flagrant?
It was.
Hard foul?
Damn flagrant
It
foul.
was.
Angel's push was a lot harder.
Yeah, well, it was. Not the initial part, but Caitlin later on pushed her. It was.
I'm talking about the push before to get the Angel's push on
they've called.
They just trying to get control of the game. That's not a
No, they
foul.
weren't. No.
It's not a foul.
They weren't
Refs.
trying. Listen, they've called.
Girl, are you serious? All because one white girl from Iowa is outperforming your faves? That's not critique, Cheryl. That's obsession. If this were high school, Cheryl would be in the back of the yearbook scribbling "Clark is fake" over and over.
Stepping in. So she wanted Caitlin Clark to stand there and get hit.
And let's not ignore the pettiness. This woman really went on record saying Caitlin's NCAA records don't count because she had an extra year. Cheryl, please.
Trying to get control of the game.
Angel's foul right here. That's
harder.
No, Angel, she pushed her.
That's more.
But they didn't call that.
Howard in the back, two hands.
She did push her. They didn't call that.
Caitlin appears to be pointing out that call before. Tell me the take foul.
We all watched Caitlin break records while dragging a mid-tier Iowa team to glory with logo threes and no-name teammates. An extra year didn't win her games. Her talent did. But of course, if you're desperate to stay relevant in a league that's moving on without you, discrediting a rookie is apparently your strategy.
Caitlin Clark's flagrant foul on Angel Reese and the aftermath, there is no way Angel Reese can continue to lie that she doesn't dislike Caitlin Clark. I know what hatred looks like. Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark.
But now let's really get into the meat of this disaster. Because if Cheryl's the obsessive ex, Angel Reese is the drama queen who can't figure out why no one's replying to her group chats anymore. Word on the court is, nobody wants to play with her. Not a rumor, not a maybe. Facts.
Well, I knew it wouldn't be long before Cheryl's hate and Swoops show her head on this situation between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. Knowing that her hatred for Caitlin Clark runs deep, but you will not believe.
Ask her teammates from Maryland, ask her teammates from LSU. Start with Haley Van Lith, who literally pieced out of LSU after one miserable season sharing a locker room with Angel. Toxic doesn't even begin to describe it. Girl transferred faster than Angel could hit post on her next cryptic tweet.
Angel Reese, as you know, shoved or tried to pick a fight with Caitlin Clark. And she shoved another player and got knocked to the ground and then hopped up and tried to fight Caitlin Clark. You know all that.
And now she's in Chicago, and guess what? It's still a mess. The Sky didn't pull in any major talent. No one was lining up to build a team around her. You know who people did want to play with? Caitlin Clark. The Indiana Fever picked up star after star this offseason. Natasha Howard, Dwana Bonner, Sophie Cunningham, and they landed Stephanie White, a real veteran coach with actual credentials. Meanwhile, Chicago had to settle for Tyler Marsh, a 37-year-old rookie coach no one had ever heard of before. That's not rebuilding. That's retail clearance coaching.
I don't think Caitlin Clark is wrong for walking away, but I also have no issue saying she shouldn't have, with someone saying she shouldn't have, because if you've played ball, you know that, like, sometimes, like, if you're gonna go and intentionally foul somebody and you know that they could react, you deal with it.
Why? Because Angel's presence is a career risk. The girl is bitter, loud, and allergic to accountability. She talks like she's already got 5 rings, but she can't even hold on to one decent teammate. If no one wants to coach you, play with you, or pass you the damn ball, maybe, just maybe, you're not the misunderstood queen. Maybe you're just the problem.
Sometimes, like, if you're gonna go and intentionally foul somebody and you know that they could react, you deal with it.
That walkaway? Iconic. Clark committed the foul, shrugged off the theatrics, and bounced like
This whole storyline, it's exhausting. Angel Reese is out here trying to be the villain, but she forgot the part where villains are supposed to be respected. Right now, she's just the girl who gets cooked on national TV, cries about it, and still shows up with a mouthful of excuses and a media team that treats every meltdown like a branding opportunity. And Cheryl, she's just the hype woman enabling it all. A legend turned sideline hater.
I don't think Caitlin Clark is wrong for walking away, but I also have no issue saying she shouldn't have, with someone saying she shouldn't have, because if you've played ball, you know that, like, sometimes, like, if you're gonna go and intentionally foul somebody and you know that they could react, you deal with it.
And that's just the beginning. Because if this is how Angel handles pressure, backlash, and teammates, just wait till the season heats up. If she's already spiraling after one foul and a walk-off, what's gonna happen when Clark drops 40 on her in the playoffs?
I mean, she got so much hate in her heart for this 6-foot white girl that's playing in the league, dominating everything.
Let's talk about the reason why Angel Reese is out here huffing and puffing on every podcast she can crash. It's not because Caitlin Clark committed a hard foul. It's not because the refs made a call. It's because no matter how many TikToks Angel makes or interviews she fakes a smile through, Caitlin Clark is running the entire WNBA like it's her startup and everyone else just clocked in.
Cheryl Swoops wants to see degenerate activity. Cheryl Swoops wants to see bottom of the barrel activity. Cheryl Swoops wants to see a bunch of nonsense taking place on the court.
It's a mismatch. Caitlin is out here rewriting history and Angel is still rewriting excuses. In just May alone, Caitlin dropped multiple 30-plus point games like they were lunch orders. She's averaging 8.4 assists and 6 rebounds per game. That's not just solid, it's league-altering. And while she's stacking stats and highlights, Angel's most viewed moment, getting bulldozed by a foul and jumping up like she was auditioning for a reality show no one asked for. Caitlyn didn't even flinch. She fouled, walked away, and basically said, "I'm booked and busy."
If it was a hard foul, why would if it was a hard foul, why would Angel Reese get up the way she did? If it was just a hard foul, just a basketball play, why would Angel Reese get up the way she did?
Angel can pretend it's about a rivalry all she wants, but it's not. It's jealousy in high definition. It's the classic story of someone who thought they'd be the star, only to watch the new girl shine brighter, speak less, and still pull the spotlight without lifting a finger. And instead of stepping up her game, Angel tried to start a fight she couldn't finish, and then whined when nobody clapped.
Caitlyn, if you're gonna foul, stand on it, Caitlyn! Stand on it! What do they say in The Wizard of Oz? What did the lion say? Put him up, put him up. Is that what Cheryl Swoops wanted to take place?
But it doesn't stop with game stats. Oh no, because what Angel and Cheryl Swoops are doing isn't just bitter, it's destructive. And yeah, let's talk about that stereotype. Kenyon Martin said it flat out. He called out the angry black woman label for what it is, a damaging, toxic narrative that people, including Angel and Cheryl, are now reinforcing in real time.
You can pretend all day long that you're some boss bitch, you're in charge, you should be in control, you can stand toe-to-toe with men.
He literally referenced his own mother recovering from open heart surgery and still giving hospital staff attitude. That's how deep the behavioral pattern goes. It's not just about race. It's about how you choose to carry yourself.
Not supposed to be men, but for some reason, black women feel like that's the role we have to take on, and you don't.
Cheryl leaned into that stereotype like it's a marketing plan. She didn't condemn Angel's aggression. She excused it. She made it a badge of honor, as if throwing tantrums, chasing after fouls, and acting like the league owes you something is the new standard of excellence. It's not. Fans don't like it. Sponsors definitely don't like it. And her own teammates, let's just say they're not exactly lining up to go to brunch with her.
On Caitlin Clark. She was on Gil's Arena's podcast talking about how she was cool with the foul, but she wasn't cool because Caitlin Clark walked away from Angel Reese when Angel Reese was chasing her and Aaliyah Boston had to step in. And mind you, she had a problem with
even Robert Griffin III, who's been so woke he probably dreams in hashtags, finally said what most people were thinking: Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark. Not dislikes, not has a rivalry. He said hates. And he didn't mean on-court competition. He meant that real hate. The kind that boils under the surface when you can't handle someone else's success. And when even RG3 is out here revoking his own cookout pass just to be honest about the obvious, that's when you know the narrative is falling apart. Drop your thoughts below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more fire.